All right, so we've got fifth grade ELA for Monday, March 23rd, The Wizard of Menlo Park. Now remember that you have assignments to go along with this. I believe these questions on the left-hand side. See Mr. Aaron Carroll's helpful videos on Flipgrid if you have questions. Every time we turn on a light, we should feel grateful to Thomas Alva Edison. Edison officially created and patented more inventions than anyone in history. Some of these inventions, such as the phonograph, the motion picture camera, and the incandescent light bulb, had a huge impact on American society. Early years. Edison was born in 1847 and spent his childhood in Port Huron, Michigan. His mother, a teacher, educated her son at home and exposed him to many different subjects. Edison quickly became a book lover with a passion for chemistry, machinery, and electricity. Driven by his interest in locomotives, the young Edison took a job selling newspapers and candy on the train. When he eventually had enough money saved, the ambitious boy bought printing equipment. He then published and sold his own newspapers to the train passengers. In addition to this business, Edison was given permission to set up a small laboratory in the train's baggage car. The eager boy scientist conducted experiments there until an accidental fire brought the locomotive lab to an abrupt end. Telegraphy and Edison's first invention. In 1862, when Edison was still a teenager, he risked his life to save a 3-year-old boy from an oncoming train. The boy's father thanked Edison by teaching him about the telegraph, a way of sending messages over wires using electricity. At the time, the telegraph was the chief method for communicating across long distances. Edison soon became a skilled telegraph operator, working around the country. In 1869, Edison patented his very first invention, the electric vote recording machine. Patents are handed out by the United States government. When someone gets a patent for a new invention, it means that he or she will get money if people use their idea. But Edison's vote machine didn't sell. No politicians were interested in using it. Despite this failure, Edison's first official invention taught him a valuable lesson. From that moment on, he would be sure to invent devices that people would use. Edison's career takes flight. Edison eventually landed a well-paying job and achieved several successful patents and good business deals. After he had enough money saved, he built what he called an invention factory in Newark, New Jersey. He hired dozens of engineers and produced numerous products. His work was so successful that he eventually moved his creative workshop to a larger facility in Menlo Park, New Jersey, and later again to the West Orange, New Jersey. As his fame grew, he became known as the Wizard of Menlo Park. His most famous inventions. Of the more than 1,000 patents that Edison received during his lifetime, a few of his inventions stand out above the rest. First, he decided to rework Alexander Graham Bell's telephone, improving its sound quality and clarity. Then in 1877, Edison invented the phonograph, or record player, a device that would play back sound. Edison, though, was most famous for his work on the incandescent light bulb. Other inventors had already discovered that when an electric current was sent through a wire, the wire became hot and glowed. This glowing was known as incandescence, the giving off of light. The wire that people used, however, only lasted for a short time before burning out. It was Edison who discovered that a thin piece of scorched cotton thread would provide light for many hours without burning out too quickly. After the invention of the incandescent light bulb, Edison also collaborated with his assistant, William Dickson, to create a motion picture camera and viewer, known respectively as the kinetograph and the kinetoscope. These early devices helped to lay the groundwork for modern movies. Over his lifetime, Edison was granted more than 1,000 patents, at times receiving an average of 1 patent for an invention every 5 days. He achieved great success, and his hard-working philosophy made him famous throughout the world. Today, our cultural landscape would not be the same if it weren't for the Wizard of Menlo Park. Our timeline down here at the bottom. 1862, Edison meets J.U. Mackenzie and learns telegraphy. 1869, Edison receives his first patent for his vote recording machine. 1877, Edison invents the phonograph. 1879, Edison gives a public demonstration of his incandescent light bulb. 1888, Edison and Dickson create the kinetograph and kinetoscope.